Hi, Sages. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. Earlier in the month, I made an ink blot in your name and essence, and we are going to flip it for perspective possibilities. Also, we'll add on tarot and oracle, and as well, we have ghost tube here. Kick in for any audio additions that may further inspire or irritate. Please do receive or release freely. Sages, I'm going to take a moment to open up. You're welcome to join me, or you can fast forward a few moments ahead when you're ready. Closing the eyes. Actually, we'll do that.
Where are we?
Closing the eyes. You are here with me. I am Steph. Welcome. Closing the eyes. Cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of Sagittarius Collective. Sages, as always, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Gratitude. All right, let's go. If you see, sense, or feeling, sorry, we're working in a new book here, so the leather is a little stiff still. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below. Inspire interconnected nature. Otherwise, you can keep to yourself, of course. Sorry, a little bit of a mess. A few oracle cards here that we will get to shortly. I don't know if this is a witch or a warlock or an old man.
Lower your voice.
They have earth magic is the point. Just creating something. See this tree? This could be you. This could be your energy stages. This, witch or a warlock. But they kind of got like that, the typical like witch chin and the nose. But I'm playing. Okay, you know what it makes me feel like? From a size scope, it's like this is an archetype or an energy that's very, very large. And if I zoom in way, way, way in here, see if I can share this with you. There we go. See right here? There's like a playground. And I feel like I'm playing. My mind is playing with creation of this tree, this earthly existence. I'm getting rid of something. It's almost like I'm seeing a tree that has like a branch or something that needs to go. And so is that like pruning or I don't know, it feels like fine touches. So that'll get a bigger bloom. It's like the sacrifice of these, I don't want to call them dead branches, but kind of, that's just what I'll say it. And by releasing those and maybe using them to carve something or using the wood for something else or even heat, depending on, where you are in the world right now, it makes for a bigger bloom. Doubloons. That's what I just heard is doubloons. Is that like money? Is this a money tree? I don't think I've ever seen a money tree before, but that's what's coming through. Okay, there's another character here. It's kind of like I'm seeing Bart Simpson all grown up. Yeah, I'm going to say that. That's pretty good. Pretty good the way I'm seeing that. I'm also seeing like a one-man band here. Somebody else wants to come and play. It, like if you see one of those videos or those meme things where somebody's doing something on a corner, gift, skill, talent, and they're doing it all by themselves, and then other people come to watch, or somebody else has a skill, starts singing with you, something along that lines.
Grandson.
What am I tied into here? I'm speaking something and I want to follow it. There is a hippo right here. I don't know if anyone's dealing with like posturing, like a hump. The way I'm seeing it, it's like sitting up a little straight. But I'm seeing also this hippo And they're a big animal, but they've got these wings and can fly. Like, they're very, very light. So whatever a hippo may mean to you, or the symbol of a hippo may mean to you, I feel like there's something about that. We're going to go to split screen here. Ooh, see? See how that works out. Let me get this jargon out of the way. There we go. All right. I'm always playing with the cameras or trying to learn something new. You don't know what you like unless you play around a little bit, right? So there we are. You know how when a dog
Gloria.
leans up and like sniffs you? Something about your scent getting familiar with you. There's a familiar, maybe a new familiar, or familiar of an animal that has passed, possibly a dog, and
Look.
they are still smelling you and still sniffing you, and they're very much still on your scent. They're still in your space. I'm seeing somebody work under a car, like a mechanic. Oh, what's going on in here?
Betrayed.
Okay, I'm looking at something. I'm looking at this pod or cocoon or pod, and it has filament of light, but I am bundled here. Congratulations if you are expecting a bundle of joy. Maybe you'll be finding out. Greetings. Hi, come on in. Maybe you'll be finding out soon whether it's traditional pregnancy, surrogacy, or adopting. There's a bundle. Okay, but I'm also seeing something else. I don't know how to explain it. I'm seeing a figurine. Sorry, I'm looking at it. A figurine wrapped in cloth, tied with string of sorts.
Pet.
It's like something you would find or that would have meaning, that would be protected. Like if you're something made of crystal or porcelain or even bone. But I'm cocooning something. It's like I'm seeing somebody that has whittled this. Is it you? Oh, it might be your beauty. Sages, are you like recreating yourselves? Beautifying yourselves?
Cold.
You can go, little ghosty guy. You can hold on to the beauty. Sorry, I'm still not sure what's going on here. There's been a journey. And if I wander into the very, very fine details, some sort of, I'm seeing Cape Fear, the movie Cape Fear. And I'm traveling in the shadows of, or a mist, and I meet this creature. Something to do with my throat and my sacral chakra, quite specifically. In the negative space, I'm seeing like a horse do one of those, like it's up on its hind, nay. Like off we go. Off we go. It was a big travel. I don't know if some sages are astral traveling or chariot vibes. I'm moving on. Okay, so I met this creature, okay? And then I actually got up and over it.
Blue.
Yeah, I'm focusing on the blue and the orange. Give me a second. You also have here honesty. When you met this creature, and I want to put in like it's almost like maybe you met a monk, dream state, whatever the case is, but you had to be honest about something, and you were honest, and you got to pass it. right? But your fear couldn't come with you
Torturer.
because there's something about this space in here specifically. And I had to work through that. Now I'm in the Grove. I'm in the Grove. Okay. Am I heading into the Grove? Give me a moment here, sages. Okay, so then I come up here, and as I'm taking this route,
Capricorn.
there are others coming down. I'm seeing ants, like the insect ants, and they are working in, or like you would see a line of ants going somewhere. Something about the spine. Again, posturing. I say that and then I'm like all hunched over. And then you have forbidden up here as well. So the Forbidden Grove. Sages, is this what you have access to? Possibly. Possibly. Because you were honest about something. It granted you access. Sorry, give me one more moment here. That's funny. I'm seeing a googly-eyed monster. I'll share this with you.
28.
A googly-eyed monster. It's like somebody would take like a sock puppet and put googly eyes on it, or like that side thing. Yeah. I don't know what that means, googly-eyed monster. It's almost like, how can you take their monstrous like so seriously when they have googly eyes? Maybe somebody has googly eyes for you. Sages, possibly, or you have googly eyes. Because I see you walking, I see you walking towards them. Yeah, somebody has googly eyes for you. I kind of feel like, sages, that you're not really like, you don't really give off that vibe though, that you're available or maybe you're interested in, because I feel like I'm really focused on what I'm growing, on what I'm doing.
Offended.
Hopefully you're not offended by somebody appreciating your beauty. Anything else for sages? Something about an angel getting its wings. I don't know if that's in relation to somebody has passed. Obedience in the reverse. Okay, maybe in regards to beauty or the googly eyes. I feel very protective with this obedience card. And this also came up for Gemini, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe. Totally different meanings coming through. I feel like here I am not, it doesn't have to be love per se. Excuse me, in the traditional romantic way, though it does feel like that if I'm being honest. If somebody has passed, I feel like I'm just not ready to move on. I feel like I can sense it. Like if maybe there's somebody at work or something. I don't know. I'm a Capricorn, so it's like one of those like, carrying on. Carrying on. But it could just be your current focus right now. All right, you have here resilience, change, and grounding coming through as well. There we go. If you want to take in the artistry, but see, sense, and feel for yourself, always follow your own intuition first. And if you haven't already, dear sages, please do like, share, and subscribe. You warm my haunted heart, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. Let's see if I can do that. Sorry. I get all... There we go. Oh, it's the pod of change. Like I'm going to be demummifying something. I just saw the number 3 flash through my eyes as well. Whatever this was, whatever this journey is, you've had to have guts. You've had guts. Not even if, but also in relation to grief. But whatever it is that you've been moving through, beautifying your life, what you're growing. Because I keep coming back to like that witch warlock kind of feel where they're, just, I'm not saying it's ugly, but I think maybe you've thought you were ugly, or maybe you've just been through something really sad and ugly. And I feel like that's...
Bright.
You're being asked to remember how beautiful life is, how beautiful creation can be and is. Maybe you view other things in the collective energy and you're like, wow, how do I make change? And I'm hearing that song, I'd love to change the world, but I don't know how. Something along that lines. Okay, I'm going to wander up here. Something about, it's drawing me into the grounding card to ground something about my voice. Yeah, ground something in my voice. And then this draws down. Okay, so if I can, it's like saying like an Oreo or something like that. And in this Oreo of like these clouds of what I'm thinking or feeling, but I ground them into like the back of my throat because I feel like something's in the back of my throat right now. But if I follow it now on this side, it's like what I'm speaking to could be the higher self, could be grief, something big, but it's of light because those that have transformed are of light. Nonetheless, it's fine. So it's like what this version is speaking, even if it's my shadow of how I'm feeling and it's in the mouth, comes down and goes into the back of the head of this person. There's wings again. Creation, sacral, heart. There's another conversation here. A face looking down. And there's a path being made. There's a path. Are you making new connections in spirit? This is not the deck actually I want. Sages, that's how it's making me feel. That there are all these people in spirit. Okay, I'm even seeing a young child. And this young child has like a cape. So it might have been a small one that had passed or has passed. Transformed. Oh, they're having really a good time. I don't know if that makes anyone feel better. They might be with a kangaroo or something along that lines, or a deer. But they're wearing a cape. They feel like a superhero. They feel like a superhero for the words that they send you. And something maybe about Taurus season, or something about a sacred cow is coming through. Sacred cow. Maybe it could be farm or whatever a cow may mean. Okay, and the cards that came through were letting go and fragments. So I do feel like as though there could be part of the sages that are working through grief. Grief of letting go old versions of you. Grief of letting go a person, place, or thing. Yes. And while yes, one has had to be resilient,
I can't talk.
I don't feel like you have been able to talk. Like you've been sandwiched between like two things happened, or two people passed really close together, or you lost two jobs or something like that. You got a job, lost a job, got a job, lost a job. The number 22 is standing forward. But I also want to know if it comes through, like, see, like the butterflies in your hand of change, of transformation. I feel like there's just been a lot of, I'm going to say loss, but change in my earthly existence. And maybe that's why, or the way I'm viewing things
There's 4.
is a little ugly. A little, yep. Okay, so there's that googly eye thing. Somebody is like lusting after you. But okay, so 2 rabbit holes, if I may. So it's through these losses of being forced to let go, people, places, or things, whatever this is. In one rabbit hole, it's because they were draining you. Maybe little by little, drop by drop, that you didn't notice. And you might have been in an unhealthy relationship, personal, professional, romantic, platonic. But you had to protect your light, and maybe you felt really small at one point in time. Even whether it's going through, it's like a grief bundle or a worry doll. It's a worry doll. It's a worry doll. Okay, so there's movement to come through to say, especially from those, if anyone that has passed, or if you maybe have some sort of
Back
guilt.
off.
But there's that horse that we were talking about earlier. Here, you're allowed to move forward and move on without having, and feel beautiful. Like maybe there was an accident or something that happened. I don't know. Okay. All right. What do we got here? Closing out. Well, yeah, we'll start closing out here for Sages. We'll get an angel number for you. And Sages, thank you so much for being here, for being my muse. You guys, your energy is always so great, and it feels very intelligent. And there's lots going on.
Wonderful.
It is wonderful. It is wonderful. We have here 777 coming through. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose. A state of peace and calmness in your soul. I am in the flow. Whoops. I am in the flow. And you might be feeling like you're getting back into flow of what makes you feel beautiful. So the pieces of you can come back together. Tuning into your loved ones. Oh, we also have your oracle cards here. We don't want to forget about those. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's
Love.
all coming back together. And Sages, you know the difference between love and lust. Maybe that's why the googly eyes gives you a little like, I don't know. Okay. Your oracle cards. Gratitude, justice, and Aries. Fascinating. All right, let's bring it in here. If you want to take in the artistry, anything stands out, allow the inspirations to flow. And then last but not least, motivation. Motivation with movement. Yes. And look at all that beautiful blue. It's like you're starting to clear your throat. That's what it is. You're starting to clear your throat. So let me clear my throat. And then with all this earthly energy, doubloons of the money, you have a lot of gratitude. Maybe if you're left money, you got a good payout, or you're upset that you didn't, whatever the case may be, is I feel like I'm in an acute state of gratitude, regardless of the situation, because that is what's going to give me momentum to move forward. And justice is being had and served, that compass of direction, like where do I go? How do I do this? I feel like just by being in your flow state. 777 also might stand out to you, or sevens in general. Maybe you move in 7-minute increments, 7 days increments, looking at things in the weeks, or looking at the next 7 weeks, breaking things down. So it's not overwhelming. Because I'm also seeing that compass as a clock. And for some of you, it's like the time has come. The time has come, my little friend. You can do other things. And see that? Carpenter and Kings. Carpenter and Kings. Sages. You've been resilient going through the changes.
Confused.
by being confused, maybe working through your confusions to find clarity of what is really beautiful for you in life. What makes your heart sing? A lot of earth energy here as well, old and young. There's also a lot of spirits around you that are old and young. Somebody also might be worrying about their time here. Which direction do I want to take with my time here on earth? Because those that have moved on, or opportunities that were not meant for you, and I don't mean to sound cheesy about it or like googly eye about it, like, oh, googly eyes. However, I feel like I just want to remind some sages, and if it's not your scry story, thank you for holding space for others to receive it. It's like there's love here. There is so much love here it doesn't go away because they've passed on. If it's in relation to grief, it's like finding the subtleties and the symbols and the synchronicities, fixing that spine again, posturing yourself up, feeling that wiggle room again and going, okay, I can start to breathe. And then I start to see the beauty in being me, and really how supported I am is how I'm feeling in this moment. This pod of protection, this cocoon, this filament, and then my light bulb comes back on, and it might be on a dimmer switch, and that's okay. It might take some time to be like, you know what? I need to dim it down again. I just want to rest. And it feels intelligent. It feels beneficial, and it feels very worthwhile. Your worth is wild. Sages, thank you so much for being here. And until next time, I will see you again to scry soon. Thank you so much.
Strangled.
Strangling the sages. I think they're unstrangled. Unstrangling. Beautiful, strong sages. One of my favorites.